I've never done work for money ever. If your choices are based on grosses and the film doesn't do well, what does that mean? It leaves you with nothing. With each film, I love working on the story and the characters. The stunts, each time, we keep pushing ourselves harder and harder. And they are stunts, so there's always a danger in doing them, but fortunately, I have not had a problem. I have not missed a day of work, ever, in my career. I'm always there early. And I train very hard, and we prepare very carefully for each one. I don't hide from cameras or anything. It doesn't bother me. I don't seek our press for the women I'm dating, but if it finds me, it finds me. Perception and reality are two different things. In this life, it's not what you hope for, it's not what you deserve, it's what you take. I love adventure movies, I just love action-adventure films. It's pure cinema and you go in and you're lost to it. To me, it's that challenge. I want to give an audience that ride, that entertainment. Nothing ends nicely, that's why it ends. Whether it's making a film or raising my children, personally I'm striving to do the right things and to learn. Talk is overrated as a means of settling disputes. When you have to cope with a lot of problems, you're either going to sink or you're going to swim. I look at the samurai because they were the artists of their time. What I think struck me when I read Bushido is compassion. If there's no one there to help, go out and find someone to help. That hit me, because I try to lead my life like that. When you become successful in any type of life, there are people who are not contributing to the motion. When I was about 7 years old, I had been labeled dyslexic. I'd try to concentrate on what I was reading, then I'd get to the end of the page and have very little memory of anything I'd read. I would go blank, feel anxious, nervous, bored, frustrated, dumb. I would get angry. My legs would actually hurt when I was studying. My head ached. All through school and well into my career, I felt like I had a secret. When I'd go to a new school, I wouldn't want the other kids to know about my learning disability, but then I'd be sent off to remedial reading. I'm a good listener, I think it's the one characteristic that's most important. I disagree with people who think you learn more from getting beat up than you do from winning. Well, now what? I think there's always going to be another mountain. I think there's something always in store. I feel lonely at times, but I don't want to get into a relationship with someone if it is not right. I'm not the type of person who just does things to do them. I feel good about the fact that I finally found something I love. I never lived in one place for very long, that's the way my whole life has been. I was always packing and moving around, staying in Canada, Kentucky, Jersey, St. Louis. It all helped because I was always learning new accents, experiencing different environments. I love what I do. I take great pride in what I do. And I can't do something halfway, 3/4, 9/10. If I'm going to do something, I go all the way. When I work very hard. So I look to work with people who have that level of dedication. And I depend on that from everyone. From the director to my crews that I work with. I like to work with people that I like hanging out with, that I admire, that are really smart and talented, and we can problem solve together. I had to train myself to focus my attention. I became very visual and learned how to create mental images in order to comprehend what I read. The important thing is to be relaxed in your work. Same in life. Don't make everything too intense. Then you can let everything go and not act. I've had such extremes in my life. From being this kind of wild kid, to 1 year studying to be a Franciscan priest at the seminary, I was very frustrated. We live in a world in which we are able to communicate very quickly in many different ways, and yet we find communicating more difficult than ever. When in fact we need communication more urgently than ever because the enemies that threaten us are universal: drugs, illiteracy and crime. We have to fight against them together. For me, to take a movie and travel the world and go and work with these cultures and an international cast and have this spy thriller that's not just about character but also action and suspense, they're very challenging films as a producer to make, creating stories, creating set pieces that serve this character. Someday. That's a dangerous word. It's really a code for never. I don't care what someone believes. I don't care what nationality they are. But if someone wants to get off drugs, I can help them. If someone wants to learn how to read, I can help them. If someone doesn't want to be a criminal anymore, I can give them tools that can better their life. I just eat life. I engage in life. The exciting part of acting, I don't know how else to explain it, are those moments when you surprise yourself. I love kids. I was a kid myself, once. I don't pretend to be the character, I am the character. I think if technology is used in a way that is not responsible, that is a bad thing. I think technology and where it is going is inevitable, and there's great benefits that can help an individual and society at large. I always look for a challenge and something that's different. Here's how I've lived my life: I've never been late to a set. I make films I believe in. I feel privileged to be able to do what I love.